See what's happening this instant. ABC 11 Eyewitness News at 10 on CW22 starts right now.
Breaking news right off the top tonight at 10. A fight between two men escalating into a deadly stabbing in Spring Lake. We first broke this story as a push alert on the ABC 11 app within the last 30 minutes. It happened just before 4:30 in the 4600 block of D Street. Police say they found 39-year-old Derek Irvin lying in the street with a stab wound to the chest. Irvin was taken to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. Police have charged Jacolby Floyd with murder. He was arrested at the scene. Tonight, Floyd is in the Cumberland County Jail.
Knew something was coming from the hurricane in Texas, but we didn't know.
Severe storms that ripped through several counties in our viewing area last night weren't quite what some residents thought. Good Saturday evening, everyone. I'm Heather Wallaga. We sent out a push alert on the ABC 11 app as soon as we learned last night's severe weather damage in Sanford and Angier was not caused by a tornado. ABC 11 photojournalist Gary Cooper was with the National Weather Service as they discussed their findings and made the final call. Julie Wilson in Sanford as they assess the damage. Julie, thank you. The National Weather Service also telling ABC 11 a tornado did not touch down in Harnett County. Golf ball sized hail fell in parts of the area, tearing through the siding of Tammy Whitehead's home in Angier, and it did a number on her red Mustang, shattering the back window and leaving dents on the roof and hood. Now to the latest in the disaster in Texas. President Trump returns to the flood zone. Some hurricane victims also returning to see the damage. And we've just learned the death toll from Harvey has now risen to 44 in Texas. We begin with President Trump making his second trip there in a week. The president and First Lady Melania visiting families, handing out meals, and even playing with children. The visit comes on the heels of criticism over his last trip, with some saying he failed to show the empathy and compassion expected from the president. Today's visit was much different.
Really, I think people appreciate what's been done. It's been done very efficiently, very well, and that's what we want. We're very happy with the way everything's going. A lot of love.
President Trump arriving in Lake Charles, Louisiana a short time ago, where he's touring storm damage. Yesterday, the White House asked Congress for nearly $8 billion in disaster relief. The House could vote on the funding as early as next week. Also in Houston, an out-of-control fire in the flood zone. With water up to their thighs, firefighters had little option but to watch the flames consume the building. Another problem, burglar bars around the facility, which further hampered their efforts to get inside. The city of Beaumont still flooded and now into its third straight day with no running water. Volunteers and service members rushing in supplies to residents there and in neighboring communities in desperate need. Officials say water was handed out to 6,000 vehicles during a drive-through giveaway. And a moment of silence before the Houston Astros game this afternoon. It's the team's first at Minute Maid Park since the city was flooded by Harvey. The Astros have donated 5,000 tickets to each of the 3 games this weekend. They'll also collect canned food at the gates. By the way, the Astros won today 12-8. ABC 11 reporter Angelica Alvarez tweeting from the Texas flood zone today. Angelica was with volunteers in Missouri City as they prepared to clean up flood-damaged homes. That's about 30 minutes southwest of Houston. Angelica shows us the cleanup efforts there.
In Fort Bend County, Texas, I'm Angelica Alvarez for ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
So many people helping one another. Angelica, thank you. Breaking tonight, another provocative move by North Korea. North Korea's state media claiming leader Kim Jong-un inspected the loading of hydrogen into a new intercontinental ballistic missile. The North conducted 2 nuclear tests last year alone. The first involved what it claims to have been a hydrogen bomb, and the second was its most powerful ever. Breaking tonight, Raleigh police investigating a hit and run. It happened around 5:45 this evening on Briar Creek Parkway at Briarleaf Lane. Police say a car hit a man and kept going. The victim was taken to Duke Hospital and should recover. Right now, police are working to get a description of the vehicle. You can look for updates on this story on abc11.com and the ABC 11 app. New details tonight about a Raleigh man accused of stabbing his wife to death in their home. Matthew Phelps telling a 911 operator he took cold medicine and woke up to find his wife dead. Police say on Friday Phelps stabbed 29-year-old Lauren Phelps at their home on Patuxent Drive. Tim Pulliam joins us from the Raleigh Eyewitness Newsroom with more. Tim?
Live in the newsroom, Tim Pulliam, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Tim, thank you. Developing right now in Fayetteville, crews responding to a gas leak. Our breaking news crew on the scene says a one-block area around a home on Broadfoot Avenue has been evacuated. Officials say the homeowners damaged the gas line while performing work around the gas meter. No injuries have been reported. You can look for updates on air and the ABC 11 app. Parts of Southern California are burning tonight. Still to come, residents outside Los Angeles forced to evacuate in the dead of night. The latest on the firefight and what's fueling the flames. And the disaster in Texas, schools underwater. How long before students can head back to class? But first, a live look outside the Raleigh Eyewitness News Center where the African American Cultural Festival is underway. Still have some time left, about 45 minutes to get out there. It wraps up at 11 and it's a pretty nice night out there, Brittany.
It is. We have temperatures down into the 70s, even the 60s in some spots. Things are dry for the most part, except for a few lingering showers moving throughout sections of Northampton and Halifax County. But overall, tomorrow will be nice and dry, more the same for Labor Day, but I'm still watching Hurricane Irma. I'll have more details about that in just a few.
ABC 11 is keeping you connected. Find us on Facebook, like our page, and follow us for the latest Eyewitness News updates.
New developments in this now viral police body cam video showing an officer arresting a nurse because she wouldn't draw blood from an unconscious patient. It happened at University Hospital in Salt Lake City. Authorities now saying a second police officer has been put on leave as prosecutors investigate the use of force in the nurse's arrest. The July 26th incident shows a police detective forcibly arresting the nurse, physically moving her out of the hospital while she screamed. A column of black smoke is helping to heat up new diplomatic tensions between the U.S. and Russia. You could see the smoke pouring out of the Russian consulate in San Francisco Friday. The facility was facing a State Department deadline to close. Russia says the smoke was part of its effort to preserve the building, but also claims U.S. officials plan to search the facility after Russians leave. The smoke in San Francisco prompting speculation on social media. California Representative Jackie Speier suggesting on Twitter that Russia was trying to cover up spying activities. While victims of Harvey dry out from historic flooding, dry conditions and extreme heat are fueling wildfires in Southern California. Overnight, mandatory evacuations were ordered as a raging fire raced toward hundreds of homes in Burbank. Alex Stone has the latest from Los Angeles. Fresh video tonight from the Houston flood zone. Houston schools are working to reopen in the aftermath of Harvey. Officials say the target date for classes to resume is September 11th, but many locations will be closed longer for deep cleaning and repairs. The district says up to 12,000 students will have to temporarily move to other schools. Houston's school system is the largest in Texas and 7th largest in the nation. And check out this picture from the Texas flood zone, one of many rescues. A Texas game warden aboard a fan boat gets a big thank you kiss from a dog he pulled from the floodwaters. It appears the game warden may have a new best friend. So sweet. There's so many heroes, so many people helping other people and helping the pets too that were left behind.
It's just so great just to see everyone working together, helping each other, and even pitching in to help our furry little friends. They need some help too.
They sure do. Well, back here at home, a big difference today compared to the storms we saw last night.
We had a pretty active day on Friday. Today it was mainly dry outside of a few showers here and there, but overall a pretty pleasant Saturday with temperatures only reaching the 70s and the 80s in some spots. Tomorrow morning will be nice as well with